Jagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaika Natham. We chant this mantra to get an idea about the Supreme God. Who is this Supreme God? Shantakaram. Is very quiet, calm, composed. This Shantakaram, serene appearance. Why? Because when we are agitated, the body language also changes. And when we get agitated, when we are not sure about a thing which is going to be successful or failure, then we get agitation. But for the God who knows everything, who knows what is going to happen, because everything He will be doing, so obviously He is Shantakaram. So once I was going to give a lecture, a 3 days spiritual retreat in a village of Bengal. I was going from Purulia and to this is called, the place I have forgotten. So there I went, and the person who was supposed to receive me, he failed to come. And the teacher who was accompanying me, he got agitated. What will happen? Because the time is passing. I told, who is going to give the lecture? I am going to give the lecture. So, till I go, there will be no lecture. So wait, they will come. So when you know that everything is you who is creating, so there is no problem. So I was enjoying over there, sitting, drinking tea. And those people came. Of course, it's a big, long story and very funny. So anyway, this is the way it happens. We are agitated because we do not know what is going to happen. At the time of examination, children are very agitated. Why? Because they do not know what will be the question paper and all this. But when you know this will be like this, so there will be no problem. And another group of people, they are also not very agitated. They don't like to do anything. In the examination, I am not going to appear in the examination, so no tension at all. It is not like this. This is completely positive. But serene, Shantakaram. But very peculiar, Bhujagashayanam. He is sleeping, lying down on the serpent. Why? Yoga. He is constantly immersed in yoga. The serpent is a symbol of the yoga. So that is the reason, unless and until you are attached with God or the Supreme, through yoga, yoga means union, then you cannot control your mind. Agitation will be there, problem will be there, and all these things. So Shantakaram, Bhujagashayanam, they're related. If you are all the time connected with God through meditation, then naturally you'll be tranquil. Padmanabham Suresham, Shura Isha, he is even the God of goddess, all gods. Vishwadharam, he is holding the whole Vishya. Because he is the one, from him everything is coming, Vishwadharam. And Gagana Sadrisham, they could not explain how big he is. The biggest thing is Gagana. Gagana means this, the firmament. Is not only the sky, the bigger than the sky, the firmament. That's called Gagana Sadrisham. They're using this word Gagana to give us an understanding that it is very vast. Whatever you can think, the bigger one, bigger than that too. Megha Varnam. Why Megha Varna? Megha means you cannot understand him properly. So it is dark. The complexion is dark. So why? Because we do not understand that completely. So it is dark. Lakshmi Kantam. Kantam is the master, husband. He is the husband of the Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. So when we think about the religion, it is the two different type of prosperity. One, Jagatika, Adhyatmika. The Jagatika, if you want, I want to get everything in this world, you will get it. All success, all wealth, all name, all fame, everything. And at the same time, you will get, if you want, the spiritual development. Lakshmi is always with the God himself. So this Lakshmi Kantam Kamala Nayanam Yogi Vidhyanagamam. Who could understand? Who could see God? Only yogis. Because they withdraw their senses and concentrate on that tranquil mind where the true God reveals. Dhyanagamyam. If you want to see the form, then only the form will come, otherwise not. If you want to get liberation, then no form will be there. Bande Vishnu. Who is he? Vishnu. Vishnu means all-pervading consciousness, whom the Vedantin called as Brahman. And he is also known as Vishnu, the same all-pervading. Bhava Bhaya Haram. And once you understand the Vishnu, then there is no fear at all. Bhava means this worldly thing. Bhaya Haram. There will be no problem. All these things are happening in this world. Everything is happening. All people are rushing in the early morning to attend the offices. Ask them individually, hey, are you happy to attend this office? Hey, forget about that, the boss. That fellow never comes in right time, but always keep an eye that we are going to there in right time. So because of the fear of the boss that we are going to office, fear of losing the job because we want money to sustain. Why we work? Bhaya, fear, everything is fear. Who will go happily to the doctors and hospital as a healthy person? Do you think they will go? They do not know where is hospital and where is doctor as long as they are healthy. The moment something comes, the knee is paining, they will go on. Bhaya. Everything is happening bhaya. The bhaya haram. The hara, it moves away. He takes away everything. When the baby child is very much afraid, goes and hugs the mother. Mother is cajoling and patting. Slowly the bhaya, the fear goes away. If we are really accepting this God, this is the Vishnu. And now, it is almost more than 1 year, we are studying this slowly. And I am not reading all the verses, only picking some of the important incidents and then explaining. That's called Bhagavatam. And here, today, we will discuss a very important and very interesting incident. And I have given the name Exchange of Sri Krishna and Yogamaya. I could give exchange of God and his power. The Krishna, the God, and the Yogamaya is his power. Is the 10th skanda, the longest section. Sorry, the 10th section, this 10th skanda is the book, 10th, the longest. 90 chapters are there, describing the Lord Krishna. Why? Because this is the main theme of the whole Bhagavatam. Though they have dedicated 9 chapters, 9 skandhas to Vishnu, and only 10th for the Krishna, but it became very popular. So the Vaishnava cult, maybe in the next class we will discuss about the Vaishnava cult, how they came and how they spread it. And they took this particular portion of the book, this Dasam Skanda, and it's the best part of the Bhagavata Purana. Why best part? Because it teaches bhakti or the divine love. This is a new conception is coming. Completely new conception. All this time we were going on thinking and thinking, what is this God and how to realize God and why God manifested in the world, and all this it was going on. The argument and the answer, it was going on, and this time only in the 10th chapter they are offering us something else. Don't go further with that. Have only one thing, faith. Have faith that God is there, and just go and embrace the God with love. So this new thing they are introducing, because it teaches the bhakti of the divine love. Through the method of bhakti, jiva, the individual being, individual soul, feel that the Almighty Lord as his own. This is the speciality. He is feeling that the God is my own. That's why you will find in the Hindu temples, in the morning they will cook, and many of the ladies, they are very fond of cooking for the God. If you go and say, I am hungry, will you please cook? Go and purchase somewhere. But for the God, immediately. We have seen, when we are asking for $50 a donation, Maharaj, $50, okay, we will give you. But if you ask to cook for God, and 500 people will come to eat, 500? No problem, I will arrange. Why? Cooking for the God. Why? Love for God. The faith and the love, that has combined, and it's really beautiful thing that was offered to those, as in English they always say, faithfuls. Those who want to truly realize God, the faithfuls. Almighty God is mine. I am keeping, and I have seen some of the ladies, even here in America, young ladies, hardly not even 35, so they'll be carrying their Krishna, the small little Krishna, and they are constantly carrying over here. I told you, you can keep your bag. It's not bag, it's my Krishna. No, okay. So, all right. It's very difficult. You cannot touch, and she won't keep anywhere. And why? My love. And what is that? The small little image of Krishna. And you do not know whether Krishna looks like that or not. But I think that this is the love, the way it develops, it is the unthinkable. All love it goes. And King Parikshit, he was listening to all the stories, and the King Parikshit, the son of the young hero of the Mahabharata, Abhimanyu, and he dedicated his life to save all others. He knew that he won't be able to come back. But he went and just fought and died over there to save the others. This is Abhimanyu, and also the grandson of the Arjuna, the great hero. Why I am mentioning? Because Abhimanyu, his father was a great hero, and his grandfather was Arjuna, great hero, and Parikshit was also a great hero. How? And he is not going to kill, but he is going to give away his life to know the truth. This is also heroism. Heroism doesn't mean all the time you have to take out the sword and fight. Heroism also means you give up everything and then patiently wait for the God. Parikshit did that. He was a king, mighty king. Just he made a little mistake, and that because of that, a young Brahmin gave a curse. He could go and tell him, please withdraw your curse. But he didn't do that. He never wanted to survive. Rather, he wanted that this is the time when the death is sitting on your neck. This is the time to realize God, because the mind don't go anywhere else. I don't need anything else. I can't think anything else. Immediately, he gave the whole thing to his son, Janmejaya, and came and sat by the side of a beautiful river. And he was meditating when the death will come. And slowly all people came around. Why? Because this is the Parikshit. When he was in his mother's body, unborn child, Krishna saved him. Those who have read the Mahabharata, you know that one Brahmana, he became so angry. He was Brahmana, but he was in practice, he was a Kshatriya. So that Dronacharya's son, he wanted to kill all the progenis of the Pandavas. That was the only child, unborn child. So he wanted to kill. Krishna came. It was impossible even for the Arjuna to protect. When the Uttara came running, Arjuna could not protect. Only Krishna understood. And Krishna entered into the person of that lady, Uttara, and protected that fortress. And that was a beautiful way he was born. All these rishis, they knew it. So he is a blessed person. So obviously, when now he is going to die, is Krishna coming back again to protect him? Or the Arjuna will come? What is going to happen? It's not ordinary death. It is very important. So all they came and assembled to see what is going to happen. And what happened? Those who were attending all the classes and read the Bhagavatam, you know, a great sage came, the Shukadeva. And he went on telling all the whole history, how the God, the Supreme God, was all alone. And then he thought that, I am only alone, let me be many. And out of himself, he created half man, half woman, and Ardhanarishwara. And slowly the creation began. And this creation slowly became so complicated. So the God, it needed the God to come back, come down to guide the people on the righteous path. So last time we have read about Sri Ramachandra. Again the Vishnu, he came in the form of Sri Ramachandra. And this time Abhimanyu, without taking even water for last 3 days, he is waiting to listen about the Krishna, the God he has seen when he was an unborn baby. I saw that face, I cannot forget. And he is Krishna, please tell about that. But before telling about the Krishna, he was preparing the ground, the Shuka. And on the 3rd day, he is giving this. The Shuka narrated the saga of the solar and lunar dynasties, and also about the righteous king Yadu. The Yadu Vangsha came from that king. And now Sukha mentioned that to protect his creation, Mahavishnu incarnated. Parikshit now fervently requesting, please tell me about that. Pirjanitasya akhila deha bhajam antarbahi purusha kala rupaihi prayachado mrityumuda amritancha maya manushya badasya vidwan. Now these three words. He is mentioning about the God as the Maya Manushya. And he is asking, Badasya, please tell me about that. Who is that? Maya Manushya. And who can tell that? Vidwan, a knower of the truth. Who can talk about the God? Who can talk about the Avatara? Only those who are Vidwan, those who have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you know, the one disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, he was a doctor. He was a very famous man in Calcutta. And he was a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, and he was going on propagating in the city that Sri Ramakrishna is not an ordinary person, he is God. He is Avatara. And he was going on arguing with other people. Listening this, Sri Ramakrishna was not at all happy. When he came to visit him, he told Ram, what do you know about me that you are telling that I am Avatara? Any ordinary person cannot talk about Avatara. You're simply going and telling, oh, this is Avatara, he has come, you know what happened. And particularly, if you go, some of the people, they exaggerate so much. And that is the problem. My elder sister, when I joined the order, she became very angry. And she told all these monks are very bad and this. Then slowly she understood that I am not going back. Then she changed her mind. Told, now monks are very good and my brother is a very good monk. Then one day, she came to visit me in Advaita Ashram. I was a brahmachari. Then some other people came. They were sitting. They came to meet other Swamis, waiting for the Swami to come. Then my sister told, you know, he's my brother. And when he was young, he used to do like this, he used to do like that. We knew right from the beginning, he will be a great monk. Then afterwards, when everything was over, those people left and she was alone. Then I told, I think you were talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because all those beautiful things only happened in the Avatara Purushas, not in my life. Then she told, when you were a small boy, how you will remember what happened? I know that. So sometimes when people love you and they will go on exaggerating things, that is the main problem. So when the Rama, he was the disciple of Ramakrishna, was going on talking about Ramakrishna understood. He has no capacity to understand the Avatara. Only one person that he gave that empowerment that you can go and tell, that is Swami Vivekananda. Even then Vivekananda was hesitant to talk about Sri Ramakrishna. You know, when he came over here, he never spoke about Sri Ramakrishna. Only 1 or 2 lectures he delivered, My Master. There's a small book available. There only he talked about Sri Ramakrishna. Why? It's very difficult. So here we find the Parikshita, he is asking whom? Shukadeva. The Parikshita is the king. He has left all this, everything. Look at it. Tyaga. When you are not having anything, what tyaga you can do? So Parikshit could do the tyaga. He gave up everything. And then he was waiting for the last moment of his life, the death. And he was asking to Shukadeva, the master, and he was asking Vidwan, oh learned one. Here the learned doesn't mean the certificates from the universities. Learned means the realized soul. And you are the realized soul. You know everything about the God. Please tell me about the Supreme God appeared as human. It's a very peculiar, very special, very difficult to understand and very difficult to explain also. Here, the Supreme God, God is over there, God is looking at you, God will punish you. It is so easy to say. Whether God will do or not, I do not know, and the person also doesn't know. Only I am making him afraid, that's all. But this way, when you say that God has come down as a human being and He is living with you and behaving as we really do, each and everything. And this God, but Parikshit knew it. As I was telling in the beginning, Parikshit was not an ordinary person. So Parikshit used this word, Maya Manushya. The Maya Manushya means appeared as a human being. And the next line, the Parikshit is telling, he is the indweller. He is the indweller of all being. Then what is his work? 2 different words, only 2. What is the 2 words? Protecting the good people, punishing the bad people. These 2 words. When the avatar comes, only these 2 things he does, nothing else. He is telling over here, showering immortality, showering, as if like a rain, immortality, amritatva, on those who take refuge in Him. I am yours, O God. Once you say, the God will protect you. But you have to tell it with all faith. And second, giving death. Death doesn't mean, the conception of death means just dying and passing away. Not like that. Tremendous punishment. The pain so much, physically and mentally. So that pain, the giving death to those who go away from him. Those who know the Bengali must have read the poem of Rabindranath Tagore. He is mentioning that. That when we go close to you, O God, you protect us. And when we go away from you, we find every moment the pain of death. So this is the realization. So Parikshit also telling like that, this is the Supreme God who showers blessings and immortality, because they become immortal. Look at those pictures. The apostles of the Jesus, they were all ordinary people. They were all, many of them, they were the fishermen. And now people are reading their instructions, their teachings, they're immortal. How? Because they went to God, they went to Jesus. These people, ordinary young people, they were, as are many others. They used to go to schools and colleges, and then slowly they came in contact with Sri Ramakrishna. They become immortal. So this immortality he will give if you go to God. So Parikshit is asking about that. Can you please tell? And then he says, Parikshit is telling, I am curious to know why God took birth as a son of a sister, Devaki, and then killed his own mother's brother, Kamsa. Devaki is a sister, Kamsa is the brother. The God became son of the sister and then killed the brother, or the mother's brother, maternal uncle. Why? They are from the same family. So this is the question. Protecting the sister and punishing the brother? The modern mind also will say the same thing. The question will come. What is happening? How it is possible? God is taking the sides? How it is possible? He is protecting the sister and killing the brother? Can this be? Here, even the person like Arjuna we find, he was confused. Arjuna was so close to Krishna. Every time they were both together, so close friends. Even then, when the Arjuna saw the huge figure of the God, the Vishwarupa, in one form, the whole universe was there. Just try to imagine. When your friend, so close to you, just like you, suddenly stand before you, and you can see the sun, the moon, the planets and all stars in his body and everything all around, everything in that one person, how you will feel. The Arjuna, he was, or many of us will immediately faint. There's no problem for us. So we won't see it. The moment we will see that, but we will faint. But Arjuna could at least look at that, and he analyzed that, and then he said, Arjuna, the person like Arjuna became very much afraid to see that. The peoples are sticking from the teeth of the God, they are going to die. And these enemies that he was thinking he will kill, they are all already dead, and all the people are entering into his mouth, the terrible form. And Arjuna then said, Akkahi meko bhavan ugra rupa, namastute deva bara prasida. Arjuna's friend, but now Arjuna is not thinking as a friend. Deva bara prasida, please be happy on me and come down. I cannot look at this form of yours. Vigyatum ichchami bhavantam adyam nahi prajanami tava pravittim. I like to know who you are. I cannot understand you. It's so difficult. I cannot understand you. You know, there are many people, they were also confused about Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. And one person, he was a great spiritual leader in those days. And he went to Dhaka, at the capital of Bangladesh, present Bangladesh. Sri Ramakrishna was in Calcutta, Dakshineshwar. But he saw that Sri Ramakrishna is sitting by his side over there, in Dhaka. And he was wondering how it is possible. How could he come here and sitting by my side? Not only that, he caught hold of his hand, Sri Ramakrishna's hand. And then Sri Ramakrishna slowly went away. This man came back. Vijaya Krishna Goswami. He was a great scholar, and afterwards he formed the spiritual path. The Goswami Parivar, they say. This Vijaya Krishna Goswami, he came back to Dakshineshwar, and then he told to Sri Ramakrishna, this time I touched you and you cannot deny it. This thing happened. Sri Ramakrishna, at the same time, in so many different places, when they say that Krishna was dancing with the thousands of the gopinis, some people will laugh, oh, it is not possible. But why not? Because all-powerful God can do anything. Sending out his image, and that is at least true. And same way, when the Arjuna is telling, I am confused, please tell me, who are you? I cannot understand you. After living with the Krishna for such a long time as a so close friend, and his advisor, and their relatives, the Krishna. But even then he said, no, I cannot understand you. And this is also known as the avatara. Maya Manushya means the avatara, appearing as human, but in reality, God is unborn. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya, when he is explaining about it, this is a very difficult question in the philosophy. How God can create this universe, first. Second, if he has created, that then he must have been exhausted. But how he will create? The material is he himself. So maybe that he is making out of his own this whole universe. We can understand that. But then there will be nothing will remain, because he has exhausted himself in different names and forms. Is it true? They say no. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. From the Purna, if you take out Purna, Purna remain. So this is the very special mathematics. So how God can do it? Then the realized soul felt that there is something like Maya, illusion, the power of God. And it gives in such a way, it is as if it is so true. The Maya Manushya. So Maya Manushya means he is creating the human form, but it is completely illusion. You do not know what truly it is. Now the human being can understand it. How it is possible? You cannot explain what is Maya. You cannot give the definition of the Maya. Why? Because it is impossible. But you can feel the effect of Maya. You can understand the effect of Maya. Some people, when they are very thirsty, when they are crossing the desert, they see the mirage. Many people they have seen. There's a mirage. And in America we found when on the top of the road there is a restaurant, they call it Mirage. It may be there and may not be there, but it is always there. So this, they give the name Mirage because you are coming to the road, you are hungry, you are thirsty, okay, the Mirage is here. Just take a turn and go and stop, and so many shops are there. So this mirage, but if you go over there, you are thirsty and you see the water, you see everything, but when you reach over there, nothing. Who saw the water? You. And then who experienced that nothing is there? You. How it happened? Then they say mirage means the Maya. And just like this, it is the Maya. And when we think that this will be wonderful, so many times in our lives, we think this is the best thing for my life. I embrace that, I accept that. And then after some time, you know, it is not this one. Not this one. Why? In the beginning, I was thinking this is the good. Then again, after some time, I think it is not. Why I thought in the beginning that this is good? Maya. Every time it is happening, Maya, Maya, Maya. This is the way it happens. In the Ramayana, we find Sri Ramachandra also is mentioning Badartham Ravana Seha Prabhishto Manushim Tanum. Look at it. Prabhishto, I entered into the form of a human being as Sri Ramachandra. Why? Only with a purpose to punish the Ravana. Badartham Ravana Seha Prabhishto, I entered into. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also many times he said, entered into this body. This moment we won't be able to understand that. But we know from our life's experiences, so many times in our lives, it is all Maya, and that's why we are suffering. We accept things as the properly, and then we suffer. Maya. So this Maya, he observed. About the birth of Sri Krishna we find in Bhagavatam, the 10th chapter, 1st sloka, 10th book, 1st chapter, 21st sloka, it says, Brahma heard a message within his heart. And then he communicated that to the Devas. What is the message that he received from the Supreme God? The Lord is going to be born as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Brahma, he is announcing this before the birth of the Krishna, that the Lord is going to the earth to take a birth as a human child of Devaki and Vasudeva. Adishesha, the powerful God, will be born as his elder brother, Ram. Lord's own power, Maya, will perform some prescribed duties. What are those? First, to change the unborn baby from Devaki's seventh child, that unborn baby, and to Rohini, the second wife of the Vasudeva. It is the duty. All see how things are happening. The Krishna will be born, but before that everything is set. And an announcement is going out. As we send out all our flyers, that please come over here, things are going to happen. And in this opportunity, let me announce you the next Sunday, there will be very good singer is coming. He's a very good singer. And I am unfortunate I won't be here because I have to go to Boston and Providence. But he will come and he will sing, please come with your friends. And all the time Bhagavata, his song is good. So you can come and enjoy the songs. He will come and we are announcing it, all thing ready. Exactly the same way the Brahma is sending out the news to all the Devas, get ready. You too have to go down along with the God. And all the celestial beings, they should also go and be there to support the God. So all this they took the human form. Krishna is coming down and his own power, Maya. This Maya has been termed as Yogamaya. The Yogamaya, Mahamaya, Maya, these are the three different words sometimes. And the Vaishnavas, they say, Mahamaya is for the Tantrikas or the Shaktis. Yogamaya is ours. Only Maya for the Vedantin. So that way they say, but the Vedantin, the only Maya. And you know the Mahamaya is the goddess Kali and Durga, and they're also the power of God. And for this, the Yogamaya. What is the Yogamaya? He is associated with God, but performing all those things that God wants us to do. And what is that? Power of God. This is little bit confusing. The power of God, how it can work separately than God, from the God? The power of God working separately. Why not? The moment you go to any place in the world and you see the symbol of America and you go and show your passport, I'm an American passport holder, immediately the treatment that you will get, the others won't. You go to any place, somewhere I went and I showed the passport, oh, American passport, come to this line. Just directly you can go. For others, come over here, sit over here, open your bag, everything is going on. Why? Power of. Who is the power of that America? America is not present there. How it is possible? Similarly, the God's power is also present everywhere and can work on behalf of the God. The God's power is working in that way. That power is changing the photos from the Devakiti Rohini. The seventh son was that, the elder brother of Krishna. And then it became herself took birth as a daughter of Yashoda and the Nanda. The Nanda was not a king, but a rich person, and was a very wonderful person. So the Nanda and Yashoda, they got a daughter, a baby child, and here that daughter was the power of God herself, Maya, Yogamaya. And then the Krishna told, the God told, then you must apply your power to put all people to sleep, because I have to go from the prison to the Nanda's house, and they will bring you from the Nanda's house to Devaki. You know that story. Many of you will be knowing it. Very interesting story. This happened, the exchange of power. Is God exchanging power, truly? No, everything is happening as He wished. And why? A very peculiar thing. The brother, he was so happy when his sister was married. And he himself was driving the chariot. He was so happy. Driving a chariot was not a very, the respectable profession. But the brother told, no, it is my sister, I should. So Devaki was married with the Vasudeva, and Kamsa was himself driving. It was all right. But suddenly, Daivavani happened. That means someone from the heaven told, hey, the fool, you are driving today? Your sisters and you are very happy? You know, her son will kill you someday. Immediately the person, the Kamsa, he became so angry. Is it truly going to happen? He was loving his sister so much, but till that moment. Why? Because his own life was in trouble. The announcement came and immediately he said, why God announced that? Sometimes we feel, why God has to announce that? Otherwise everything would have been done. But no, God never does like that. So this is the way he was announced. He was known that her son is going to kill you. And the eighth born son, so before that son, 7 will be there. The Kamsa wanted to kill his sister then and there. The Vasudeva told, why you are killing her? Not only she is your sister, she is a lady. And the person like you, if you are killing a lady, how people will think about you? So you should not do that. Okay, whenever the child is born, I will send the child to you. Kamsa told, okay, no problem. Then his ministers, they advised him, you should not allow them to go, we do not know. Kamsa was having complete faith in Vasudeva. Vasudeva never told any lies in his life. But then Kamsa arrested them, put them in the prison, and every year he was waiting for the newborn child. And Kamsa, when the baby was born, the first baby, and it was taken to Kamsa, Kamsa told, no, I am not going to kill this baby. I'll kill only the 8th one. So you can keep the baby with you. And naturally, the father and the mother are very happy. You know who came? Narada. He came and he was telling to Kamsa how you are counting from 1 to 8. It may be different way also, 8 to 1. You do not know. Some of his son will kill you, and you are counting from 1 to 8. It may be otherwise. Anyway, it is up to you. I am just telling you this way. Why Narada said like that? Because he wanted to finish that chapter, because Kamsa was a tyrant. As long as he will be surviving, he will be torturing people, and nothing can be there. And moreover, it will take for the God to come and take birth and kill him. So Narada wanted to take God quickly back to heaven. So he gave this advice to the Kamsa, and Kamsa was confused about the mathematics. He said, no, I will kill all of them. So he was going on killing. The last, the one, and he was transferred from the Devaki to Rahini. He was saved. And the 8th born child, that was Krishna himself. And what the first thing that the mother saw? Not Krishna, but the Vishnu. She saw the Vishnu. And she was very much happy, but at the same time, she was worrying about the God. What will happen to you, God? Because the Kamsa will kill you. You should not have born to me. He laughed and smiled and said, no, you need not worry about. And this thing will happen. Slowly, when they saw the door is open. How it was open? Then his father, the Vasudeva, carried the newborn child, crossed the Yamuna. All people were sleeping, guards were sleeping. No one could notice that the 8th born child is going away. And then, when he reached over there to Nanda's house, he found, it was all announced by the god, that a girl child, she is sleeping by the side of the mother, replacing the boy over there, took the girl child, brought back as was asked. So he came and gave that child to Kamsa. Kamsa was wondering, because the announcement was a boy, her son will kill you. Now it is a girl, but anyway, it's better not to take the chance. So he wanted to kill that girl, and she slipped and took the form of a divine lady and announced, oh, you are thinking that you will be killing the 8th-born child? No, I am not that. The original 8th-born child is somewhere, and he is growing up. So here I have a question. Why she announced that? Here. Otherwise, we could save at least many of the innocents' life. And Kamsa, the ruthless fellow, he went on children. The firstborn, newborn, one day born, and not only that, any child, kill. That happened. Same thing happened here also at the time of the Jesus. The same thing happened. So these are the things happen. And it is very difficult to explain why the Yogamaya had to announce, otherwise at least innocent babies could be saved. But the God's inscrutable way of. Now the question is it truly that the innocent babies were killed? No, they were all gods and goddesses. And they came down as the Brahma announced. Brahma announced, you have to go and you have to take birth along with the God, so things will happen like this. And they all came, Maya Manushya. They were also not original. But when we look at things, we, oh my God, why this should happen? And sometimes some people will criticize the Hinduism because of this. It's terrible, killing the innocent people, and we become really emotional. But not like that. If we understand the inscrutable way of God and His divine Leela. Friends, today we conclude over here where we find the exchange of Sri Krishna and His power, Yogamaya. The God is giving the Yogamaya. When we are thinking that we are punishing God or breaking this and that, all Yogamaya. You know, Swami Vivekananda, he was a Veera, he was a heroic. He went to see that Shir Bhavani. There's a beautiful temple in the Kashmir. The Shir Bhavani was having 7-storied building. Why? Because of the yoga, there's a 7th, the levels are there. So on the top was the mother. That was the ancient time. Then a group of people came, the Islamic invasion came, the Muslim, the king, they came, they destroyed the whole temple. When Swamiji went, he found that they have kept that goddess inside the water of the well. And he was telling, if I was there at that time, I would have fought with that king and stopped him to break this one. And he was telling other people are also encouraged. But that night, he heard the mother is telling, do you protect me or I protect you? From then on, I said, no. It is you, it is you, it is you. Friends, that is also the thing. Sometimes we think that I must have to do. But we must remember, when some things are happening all around, there may be some reason. We cannot understand the reason. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you have come to understand the truth, and the lifespan is very small. You dedicate your whole energy, concentrate your mind to reach to that. All around things, whatever is happening, don't bother about that. The spiritual person should not involve in the social movements, because it is completely two different things. Those who are feeling that we should go and we should protest, we should fight, they are separate, they can. But if you are thinking that in this life I must realize God, then your duty is completely different. Your focus will be to realize God and nothing else, whatever is happening all around. And sometimes some people, the educated people, they come to become the monk. Monks' ideology is completely different. They do not go for anything of this world, name, fame, property, nothing. That should be the idea. But sometimes, because of the Maya, they will drag you, and you are thinking, I am doing this, I am doing that. It is not the... So we have to understand, this is the point I am trying to tell to myself, to understand myself and also to you, that if you are sincerely trying to realize God, don't be carried away by all the things that is happening all around in the society. It's a completely different thing. Our only goal will be, as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, only the concentration on God. How it is possible? First listening, sadhu sangha, then vichara, discrimination, then what all these things are happening. It is true, and I must try to understand this. But the Leela of the God, it is up to Him. I don't bother about that. But I know God is there and He is true, and my concentration is only on God. All things around it is happening. Whatever comes before me as a duty, I will perform. But I am not going to be involved. And the third, complete faith and determination. Then whatever you want, it is possible. After realizing God, whatever you like to do, it is possible. Thank you. In next class, we will also try to understand some of the things about the God's incarnation and how it works. Because it is really, really very interesting and very difficult to understand too. And in the Bhagavad Gita himself, the Krishna himself is telling that it is all my Maya that is happening. It's my Maya. Until I withdraw the Maya, you won't be able to know me. I only can withdraw the Maya. Then only it is possible for you to understand me. So our only thing that we can do, Purushakara, prayer, prayer and prayer. Oh, please be gracious on us. That we will do, we will try to understand. Now let us chant this mantra and we conclude. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunnanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina Yasyantam Navidu Sura Asuragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.